Let there be light. That is some kind of bright. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day as always. We are back with another upgrade video today. Our friends over at Hawkglow have sent us out another upgrade package we're going to install and review for you today. So if you caught one of my other videos, I'll leave it linked down below if you did not. They sent us out some LED bulbs, and they were a perfect fit for my truck, the 2017 Ram, because they were the 360 LED bulbs, and I have the factory projectors, so they were a perfect fit. So that went great. So they reached back out and they wanted to send us an off-road lighting package, the hood-mounted pod lights. So that's what we're up to today, and a huge shout out to them for sending this out. They actually sent out several more goodies, so make sure you subscribe so you can follow along with the other upgrades and installs that we're doing. Got some cool stuff in the works, so I appreciate you guys being here. Hit that thumbs up, leave any comments or questions down below. I'll leave all the links to everything in the description box, so if you want to check these out, I've got some affiliate links. We also purchased some special custom mounting hood brackets for these pod lights to go on the hood of the truck from Amazon. Nothing crazy there, so I'll leave that link down below too if you want to check those out. But let's go ahead and get the box open, show you what we got, start getting them installed. So here's what we got in the box. We've got our good old wiring instructions. So these are some 4.5-inch LED pod lights, and I'll show you where we're going to mount them on the hood. We've got our custom brackets ordered and in, and so we've got all our wiring stuff. There's our amber DRLs, your low beam, and your high beam. So it's a really cool custom setup that they've got going on here. I think it's going to add an awesome custom look to the truck vehicle. And there's all of our automotive relay and the switches and how we've got to wire them all up. So we're going to get them out the package. Look pretty good so far. Let's see if we can get them out. Oh, let me hit pause. All right, so I got the cover off finally. They've got some good protective plastic wrap on there, and I had to pry the cover off, but it's got a nice amber cover. So if you want to run this with the amber lights on it, it snaps on, and it's really tight, so it shouldn't fall off, rattle, or vibrate. And so we got that off. There's a look at the light and the housing and the wiring. So we're going to get the other one out now and then check out our installation wiring and brackets and everything and get started with this. Alright, so not too bad. We've got our custom mounts here to mount to the bottom of the light, and in our brackets that we got on the hood, we've got our DRL wiring. So if you look over here, we've got our main wiring harness, our plugs and everything. But then we have a DRL light here as well that will run when we have that wired up, and it shows you all the wiring and the breakdown and everything and how it goes. And then our master wiring harness, of course, that'll plug in, has all our relays and our on-off master switches for everything. So not too bad at all. Looks like a pretty thorough kit with everything we need. So now we got to go out to the truck and get started. Here's our custom brackets we got off of Amazon. There's the brand name right there, and I'll leave the link down below. So if you want to pick up a set of these, you know, no affiliation, not a sponsor whatsoever for these brackets, but they look pretty beefy, pretty thick, and supposedly got some pretty good reviews as well. So we're gonna see if we can take these bolts loose on the hood, pop them into place, and get going. So the bolts on our hood, I don't know about yours, or excuse me, the nuts actually are 13 millimeters. So we've loosened these two, and the bracket should be able to slide right underneath those and stick out on top of the hood, and then we'll tighten them back up. I would probably suggest not loosening both sides at the same time, or you may get your hood out of alignment a little bit. Not gonna swear to that, but I would just do one side at the time, snug them back up, and make sure you're good to go before you start with another one. And there we go. That was super easy, not a problem whatsoever. We just loosened the bolts just enough to get this thickness for the flange to slide underneath there, and we got it in both of them. Now we got to torque it back down, and here it is sticking right off the top of the hood. So wasn't hard to do whatsoever. So now we're just going to tighten it back down and move to the other side. And that was a whole heck of a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. There's the bracket sticking up off the truck. We've tested the hood, closes perfectly. There's the one on the passenger side. Everything's working perfect, closes good, and it slid right into place. Tighten them all back down, good to go. So now it's on to the lights. And the first light is installed. That was very easy to do. All the tools and the brackets and the parts and everything fit right up just like you would expect them to. It's not hitting the paint by about 1 millimeter, but that's exactly like we want it. We can get some shorter bolts, or you may need some shorter bolts if you need to, but it's all clear. We're gonna tighten these up once we get them aimed, but that's looking really good so far. So now we're on to the passenger side. So another real quick look on the bench. So you got your 2 Allen screws there, your bracket, and your nut and bolt, and then you can mount it either on the bottom here, or you can flip it around, and they've got mounting locations on the top, but we're gonna mount it closest to the wire, so we've got as much wire going under the hood as possible. So we gotta get this one all put together and on the hood, and then we'll be ready to start running some wire. And we've got both lights installed, looking good so far. So now we're gonna go ahead and proceed with the wiring, but looking good, super easy to get installed. Let there be light. That is some kind of bright. All right, so everything is finished and wired up. We actually finished it and tested it out last night before it got dark on us, and everything's working perfectly, but we'll put some night clips in so you can check it out. The wiring was pretty straightforward. We had a positive and a negative. We put the positive right here underneath this nut on the positive battery cable, and then we wired the negative to our master negative over here that goes into the frame, just so we could have everything kind of close together. And then we already had a fuse tap for the grill that we put in. We did a video on that too, that runs the amber lights on the grill, and so we tapped right into that and ran the yellow wire right up the side by the battery, and then tapped in for the fuse tap into the DRLs, or the daytime running lights, for the new off-road lights, the pod lights. And so it's not the cleanest thing in the world for the wire we've got run across the front. We're going to tidy that up a little bit, but we've got the wiring zip tied up out of the way, run over here to make sure we had clearance for the hood latches and everything, so it didn't pinch anything. So we've got all of that zip tied and put in and run back over here, and then the DRLs we've got tied together over here, and then run back over to our fuse box. The relays, we just took this screw loose here that was holding the box and everything in place, and put it back through the hole on the relays so it holds them nice and tight and out of the way. And then we closed up our fuse box, and we've got everything over and done with and wired up, and it's tested and working perfectly. We made sure we checked all of the clearances for the wires to make sure nothing would get pinched or cut, and it's working great, and man, they are bright. So now we'll do some off-road tests and some tests at night and everything, so you can see just what it looks like. All right, here's a look with the DRLs running during the day, so you can see they're on, and we got them wired into that same fuse tap with the grill amber lights, so they light up really well, look good. These are the ones that have the little diamond shape or triangle arrow shape in them, so the link I'll leave down below, you can check them out. They have some that don't have this little piece if that's not your thing or you don't want that. They have a couple of different designs. And so we'll go ahead and flip on the low beams now. So there's the low beams. Super, super bright. I mean, this is in the middle of the day. You can see how bright they are. And then with the high beams, even brighter. I mean, you can really feel the heat coming off of those things. They're so bright. And they light up the road like no other and look really good doing so. And so there's a little bit of a picture with both of them on. And then we'll do some night tests so you can see what it looks like rolling down the road and just how bright they are. But this came together great, just super high quality kit, and it installed perfect, just like the instructions said, and everything's working good. So we're sitting inside the truck now, and we've got just the DRLs running. It's pretty much pitch black at night, and you can see out the front here, we've got just the DRLs, a little bit of reflection on the hood. There's our gauges, and so you can see the one on the passenger side over here. Okay, so here is our low beams. So again, it really depends on how you want these angled, whether you want them off the side of the road more or help you light up the road in front of you. But there's the one on the passenger side, and then out the front of the truck, kind of centered up here. So, you know, it's definitely not in the way or blocking anything, but you will notice it going down the road. And then there are our high beams, and so it really lights everything up. No headlights on whatsoever. And so this is only the pod lights, and you can see just how much it lights up everything. So super, super bright. And with that, guys, we're all done with another install and upgrade video. It went off flawlessly. We didn't run into any trouble. Kit has everything you could possibly need in it. Seems to be a very high quality too. You know, we'll see over time. We took it for a test drive, of course, went over some rumble strips and bumps in the road. The lights and the brackets and everything stayed solid. They didn't vibrate around. So, you know, the main point of the video is the Hawkglow pod lights, off-road lights, but the brackets that we got from Amazon, they were rock solid too. Went in perfect, no issues there. So all in all, super great, successful install. So I love it when that happens. Usually something always goes wrong. So everything went really, really well. Another huge shout out to Hawkglow for reaching out to us and sending us some more products to test and show you guys. Like I said earlier in the video, we did some LED light bulbs in my truck. I'll leave that link down below. They're still working perfectly. We've got some, we just did the install on the pod lights, off-road lights. We've got some brake light housings and complete assemblies to install next, so be sure to subscribe and hang out for that as well. I'll leave all the links to everything down below if you want to check them out yourself. If you do, I've got some affiliate links that'll help out the channel. I super appreciate you guys watching and clicking those links for me. Appreciate you guys hanging out for another video. Consider leaving a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video whatsoever. Consider subscribing to the channel. We do all kinds of stuff here. We've got more videos coming down the pipeline for you. We do travel, vacation videos, upgrades, mods, performance, racing cars, all kinds of stuff here, unboxing and review videos, so you might find some other stuff you want to stick around for. And leave any comments down below too. If you got any questions about this or anything else we've done on the channel, leave them down below. I try to answer everybody's comments if I possibly can. Always thankful for you guys to be here and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.